I don't know, there's a feel in Virginia you just can't seem to get anywhere else.
So growing up in Virginia, I was always very lucky to have a healthy diet of live music.
The cool thing about Virginia is it's really accepting. People are just really friendly and interested in what you're playing, interested in what you're doing. They'll stop and listen.
There's such a great community of musicians and artists.
I love doing music in any way, shape, or form.
The place that we used to play, Furnace Mountain, is this beautiful place with these big cliffs and a creek running by, and the music seemed to fit the landscape really well.
Since I'm from Virginia, I do take an interest in the music of Virginia, and I think about my family is from Virginia way, way back.
I have a musical family, so I just always grew up hearing music, and my grandparents and parents are from Virginia, so I guess they would play a Virginia style of music.
We didn't have a party where there wasn't a bunch of musicians there, and I would always fall asleep listening to music, and I always loved that as a kid.
I definitely imprinted on things when I was young, like fiddlers conventions and stuff, and I romanticized what I saw. I saw old-time, old guys, seemed like they crawled right out of the mountain with long beards and stuff, sitting around with their legs crossed playing the fiddles from the hip.
There's also a common repertoire of bluegrass songs and traditional tunes that they may be played a little bit differently on the other side of the mountain, but it's close enough that you both know the song, so you can sit down and play it together even if you've never met before. The music kind of has a community built around it, so that's one of the best parts about this kind of music.
When there come a court night, tell you have to wear old black suit, just about to tear old straw hat, more brimmed and crowned. Tear old socks with a hose year round, tear old socks with a hose year round.
Hi, I'm Rick OLIVAREZ of the OLIVAREZ Trio.
I'm Dave Brzonski, I play the bass.
I'm Jeff Cheers, I play rhythm guitar.
I was friends with Jeff, the rhythm guitar player. We jammed one night. I said, man, this guy's really good. I knew him casually, but anyway, I called him the next day and said, would you be interested in doing this new project that I'm doing? And you know, Jeff just is up for anything. He said, sure. We got Dave a little while later. I called him and just like that over the phone, he didn't know me from anybody, and he said, sure, man, it sounds fun. Certainly being in Charlottesville, there's such a great community of musicians and artists and things. I think being in that environment definitely helps.
Charlottesville is a wonderful place because it's becoming exponentially more cosmopolitan over time, and so there's not only the opportunity to interact with and play with musicians that bring different songs and different styles of music with them and wonderful different ideas and concepts, but also there's growing audiences of people who appreciate different cultural music and can really get into music that might be more challenging.
When I was putting the album together, I was in New Orleans one last time, and the tune that's the title tune, I came up with it, and the title Adieu Bienville sort of refers to Bienville founded New Orleans, and it was just sort of saying goodbye to New Orleans.
We're the Pascal brothers of Norfolk, Virginia. And I came out of the service in the end of February 1981. Me and my brother Frank and a few of my other brothers, we decided to just sing a song that we heard from the Street Corner Symphony called The Lord's Prayer. And we went and told our father and showed him the song. He enjoyed it so much, he asked us would we like to sing that song at a church. That was the first Sunday in March, 1981. That's when we began.
Well, the story goes back a long way. My father, he was 5 years old, and he was living in Henderson, Manson County, North Carolina, singing in church. And he gave my grandmother a nickel. And back then, a nickel was a whole lot of money to give to him, hearing him sing. And as we were growing up, he used to get us as small kids and give us a little pitch to hit, ah, ooh, ah, and get us all together and put us around in a circle and just come up harmonizing, and it just stuck.
Two of the members of the group departed, and my father came and asked me would I like to join, and I pretty much fell in place and said yes. Oh, yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
When at first we were just singing in mostly churches. And we singing at folk festivals, churches. We sung at the Library of Virginia, Library of Congress, the Lincoln Memorial, Kennedy Center.
We respect them and they respect us, and we respect each other, and I think that's very important.
Our father brought us up singing, and it was very humbling because we couldn't raise up too high anyway. But it's just a result of many years of training up a child like it should come up, and he won't depart. And we still love singing this music, this a cappella.
Yes, he will. Oh, yes, he will.
I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. Well, until then I'll be satisfied. Well, until then I'll be satisfied. All the wind my soul is resting in the presence of the Lord. I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. Well, until then 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 I'll be satisfied. All the wind my soul is resting in the presence of the Lord. I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. If your brother treats you wrong, you should cast his name. Well, I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. Put it in your bosom, take it home to God. Oh, I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. Well, until then 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 I'll be satisfied. Well, when my soul is resting in the presence of the Lord, I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. Break it down one, two. It was early in the morning, just before the break of day. Well, I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. Heard the news from heaven, angels roll the stone away. Oh, I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. Once and then 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 I'll be satisfied. Well, when my soul is resting in the presence of the Lord, I'll be satisfied.
Casey Cavanaugh Band. We go to JMU. How you guys doing? That's a little weak. Come on, how you doing?
The cool thing about Virginia is it's really accepting in the sense of the fans and in the sense of venues. It's a lot more accepting than in other states, I feel like. People are just really friendly and interested in what you're playing, interested in what you're doing. They'll stop and listen. And I just love the atmosphere. It's just a really fun, hip area. There's a lot of different styles throughout the state. And as I've grown and listened to more music, I've pulled from these artists.
I'm the kind of person who, before ever coming to Harrisburg, I couldn't stand like 10 seconds of country or anything remotely resembling country. But ever since coming here and being influenced to a lot, I'm definitely starting to see influences creep in.
I think we take it pretty seriously and we try our best to build up a fan base and play as many shows as we can. And as long as we can just spread the name around and start building up more of a crowd, we'll see where it leads us.
I just look forward to doing the same thing we've been doing and just making it bigger and better. We've had a lot of fun, we've had good crowds, and basically I love doing music in any way, shape, or form.
Being with these guys, we're going to continue to explore more styles, explore our own personal writings and trying to tie that together, become more of a band than one person writing the music. And so I'm really excited to tap into what these guys have in their heads. So we're just going to keep playing and keep building our fan base and having a good time. That's really like the biggest thing right now for me, is just enjoying music, enjoying playing music, and watching people enjoy us.
I'll be satisfied. Put it in your bosom, take it home to God. I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. Well, until then 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 I'll be satisfied. Well, oh, when my soul is resting in the presence of the Lord, I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied. Break it down one, two,